You take a look at Cleveland. What a huge game tonight for this team. Down 3-2. They have to win at home to extend this series.
And I'll tell you what, B.A., these fans know that. You get the sense they are extra rowdy. They understand what their team needs.
So here's Dallas's starting group. We've got Kevin Love, also Johnson out there, and it's Malone in at the center position. The shot by Johnson, no good.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest.
Connects from downtown.
For a center, Adebayo is an excellent passer. He's always so aware of his surroundings.
And pushing it up, here's Cleveland. Burke, it's good.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Kidd, the pass to Love. Now here's Johnson. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
I just love the ball movement.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. Coach showed nothing but respect for Derek White. He told me White is the ultimate glue guy. He's not worried about his stats. Instead, he fills in the gaps and does whatever is necessary to help his team win. He is truly an unselfish player. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
They've been very effective so far. A balance.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Pass to Burke from downtown, and the rebound goes to Dallas. Malone's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Taking a look at the Mavericks. They've got Johnson, Maxey out there with Derek White. Then there's Kevin Love, and it's Malone in at the 5 spot.
Well, Johnson isn't just an outside shooter. This guy is a versatile, talented scorer in the paint.
Burke, the pass to Adebayo, and the ball out of play. The Mavericks will have it. So both teams making some changes here. And the Mavericks with possession here. Maxey with it. Johnson on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Love passes to Johnson. The 3 is up. And Burke pulls it down. Burke's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Mashburn. Cleveland again missing. Dallas leading by 7. Outside Maxey. And the layup falls. Maxey's got 24.
Well, dependability, right? That is not wasting possessions. This is all about taking and making good shots.
Marley passes to Maxey. And now the Cavaliers on the break. And that one is hammered home.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Now here's Maxey. Fires it from 18. Sarr pulls it in.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest. Been a tough stretch for this guy right now, looking a little out of sorts.
Here's Maxey. Top of the key jumper, no good.
Boy, taking what's there. Very good shot selection, just not the result you hope for.
And Adebayo showing another element of his game. Nice vision to set up the bucket.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for errors. James is checked in for the Cavs. OG Anunoby comes in for Alexander Walker. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break. He told his guys, quote, "Do not get complacent. No coasting to the finish line here. Stay on the gas, keep the energy up, and close it out." Coach doesn't just want them to hang on to this lead. He wants them to extend it.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. And James gets it to go.
I'll tell you, they're leaning hard on this guy, but he's going to need some help here.
White on the wing. Outside Johnson. From outside, off the mark.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
So much skill there for Sarr, and he can get elusive, which helped him draw the foul.
Both shots good from the stripe. Dallas leading by 3. Outside Johnson. To the right side. There's a screen by Love. Here's Kidd. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Kidd's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, this guy has been a completely different player in this half of basketball. Incredible.
Burke, the pass to James. Puts one up from 19. And perfection right through the net. James has got 36 points.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Here's Adebayo. Nice work inside by Adebayo.
Rising to the challenge, Adebayo stays under control and hits a big-time shot.
Boy, with your 4th foul, you are going to have to be selective with how you guard and how physical you are.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Yeah, they were so aggressive from the start, getting the ball into the painted area. Now, they stuck to their game plan, and it paid off.
They've also done a heck of a job at the free throw line tonight. Good aggression has led to a number of easy chances and points at the line.
Now Love. And stolen by Adebayo. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
Ooh, important points from Sarr. And just great recognition of the moment. Don't see that in a lot of young players. Wow.
Now here's Love. 16 feet out. Ooh, the shot misses.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. And it's tied up with that one.
And when the pressure mounts, he is absolutely someone they can rely on.
Now Love. From 18 feet. Johnson outside. Stolen by Sarr. And he powers it down, one-handed.
And that could really be the game-changing moment.
I agree. What a turn of events.
If anyone wants to know where the momentum turned, that may have been it right there.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Oh, important points from Anunoby, and his team needed that.
Love. And another dime for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Now James. He fires. Shot clock at 6. Ooh, he needed it, and he got it.
He really thrives in high-pressure moments. That's a big-time play.
Here's Kidd. Johnson fires. Rebounded by Adebayo. Anunoby. Ooh, it misses. This might be a turning point.
Massive possession here.
And so they foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
He gets the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And that's good as he hits both shots.
Yeah, just a fruitful trip to the line. He's made this a one-possession game. Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 4-point ball game.
He's able to make it a 2-possession game with some solid work at the line right there.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
And so both free throws good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
He doesn't waste a chance to pad their lead. It's been some solid free throw shooting.
And he commits the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that brings him within 5. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop. Time called here. The Mavericks decide to talk it over. They're down by 5. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
The strategy is simple. Get a quick score and foul right away.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point.
It's both from the stripe. Here's Anunoby, and an intentional foul there stops the clock. So the first one drops, and that gives him a 4-point cushion.
Well, the more opportunity that has been given to OG Anunoby, the more this young man shines. He is a multi-dimensional talent. Gives you great defense nightly and growing on the offensive end.
And that's an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that increases the lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. And so the Cavaliers take the win. They're able to force a winner-take-all game.
The deciding game of the Western Conference first round. The Mavericks have endured 6 long games. 3 they have won. 3 they have lost. It is now the last stand. There is no looking back as they must lay it all on the line against the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's Game 7, Round 1 of the NBA playoffs.
The Western Conference playoffs roll on. We're already down to the wire in the first round, an exciting Game 7. 2K Sports proud to bring you this one. I'm Kevin Harlan. Here at the table with me, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And over on the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. So with Thompson sitting on the bench, this is who Kenny Atkinson has out there. They've got Alexander Sarr. Burke is out there with Anunoby. Then it's James. And it's Adebayo in at the 4 spot. And for Dallas, Malone is out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Kidd. Then there's Derek White. And it's Johnson in at the small forward position. Take a look at the Mavericks. Tonight, it's all hands on deck for them here at home. This is a Game 7. And we know anything can happen.
Yeah, and I expect them to tighten up their rotation. Play with more urgency. The start of this game is huge. They're hoping the home crowd will help it.
And that's a foul called on Money. That's his first foul. Left side Kidd. Outside White. Clock at 4. Lets it go with a 3.
The best part of Anunoby's game is quickness and tenacity as a defender.
Here's Johnson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Look, they're getting good looks inside. It's been a point of emphasis all night long, but I love this hard-nosed attitude of this team.
And also, guys, the confidence to keep taking the three. It's been falling, so they've got to keep going back to it.
Chambers hits them both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
So with Thompson sitting on the bench, this is who Kenny Atkinson has out there. They've got OG Anunoby. Reed is out there with James. Then there's Cason Wallace. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 2 spot. Here's Maxey. The Cavaliers making the shot. Dallas again missing.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Out to Wallace. He swipes the ball away again.
And for this franchise, he's tied the record for most steals in a playoff game.
His disruptive nature defensively helps take offenses out of their rhythm, which is invaluable. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Maxey, no good. And James throws it down.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
Building out this lead brick by brick, they have taken a very methodical approach.
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. Another miss by Maxey.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production. And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Pass to Smits. And here's Maxey. Here's Smits. Shoots over Reed. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Dallas. And Cleveland with a change here too. Sar's checked in for Naz Reid. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. The three from Johnson. Good, and the assist to Kidd. Kidd's got his 7th assist in the game.
And zero hesitation from Johnson. Whenever ISO Joe has a look, he's going to let it go.
Sar gets the 14-footer to fall. And the Cavaliers lead by 6.
Probably didn't need the fade on that shot, but he might have thought the defender was a little bit closer.
Chambers kicks to Kidd. Pass to Smits. Dallas moving the ball around. Unloads. Kidd, no good.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Here's Sar. Nails the baby hook. And now an 8-point Cavalier lead.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
To the middle. Here's Smits. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And you can see Kidd's ability to pass truly is a gift. When one of his teammates is open, he is quick to get them the ball in rhythm.
Wallace misses. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Lets the three fly. The rebound by James. James has got 15 rebounds here tonight. And another steal for him.
And he's now tied for 3rd most steals in a playoff game.
Exhausting them with his constant hounding. You're right. The effort level, just amazing.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
4 on the shot clock. Fades and shoots. Kidd, no good.
Even though he had space, there is never an easy fadeaway.
Chambers against James. Chambers the pass to Kidd. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Kidd's got 14 points now in the second half.
And Kidd using that size well inside. Fantastic with the read of the D there and exploiting the weakness.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Malone's checked in for the Mavericks. Kevin Love comes in for Chambers. And then for Cleveland, Bam Adebayo's checked in for Alexander Walker. And it's Burke in for Wallace. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. He told them, no time to celebrate. The work is not finished. We've got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. From deep, James.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
It's because he's reading where the shots are going and getting to the right position. Just outworking everyone early on the glass.
Here's Burke following the basket by Derek White. Burke with it. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Burke's got 10 points here in the second half. Outside, White. And here's Love for three. And the three ball is good.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second three of the half right there.
Here's Burke. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Pass to Love to take the lead. Another three for Dallas.
As a player, a rough first half, look, it can wake you up. Sometimes it leads to much improved play in the second half.
And how about Adebayo kicking it into high gear offensively?
And the Mavericks with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. And Kidd, here we go. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Here's Adebayo. And that one drops. Adebayo's got 4 points in the quarter.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
Puts one up from 19. Kidd, no good. Cleveland's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Inside, Burke sinks that one from the post. And it's a 4-point Cavalier lead.
And all quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down big shot after big shot here in the fourth.
Johnson surveying the floor. From about 19. Not that time. It won't go.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
No hesitation from Adebayo there. Had to love seeing him taking this shot with confidence.
Count it!
In this league so long, Love understands when he needs to step up, provides the huge shot.
Now here's James. Czar with a screen on Johnson. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Malone. Outside, Anunoby. Adebayo with a screen for Anunoby. 6 to shoot. James outside. Lets loose a three. That's off.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Love, and Adebayo sends it back.
Oh, great instincts from Bam. Such a high IQ defender. And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And both free throws good for Malone.
That's what they needed from him, unaffected by the pressure.
James against Johnson. Count it!
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Now here's Kidd. Love fires. Sarr pulls it down. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Fires the three. Now James. And the foul called on Joe Johnson. That'll be his second foul of the game. James, 16-footer drops in.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Adebayo against Love. Cleared away by Adebayo. And it's Adebayo with the ball for Cleveland. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. The shot is off. Now the Mavericks with it. They trail by 6. Johnson cleared away by Adebayo.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
No good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 7-point lead.
And you watch Adebayo, he really has everything you could ask for from that 4-5 position. Not a stretch big per se, and that's partly why he shoots such a high percentage.
And they're going to move on to the conference semifinals. Thrilling fashion, guys, taking round 1 in what certainly will go down. Guys, it's one of the most competitive series this year.
And you always love a Game 7. And no disappointment here. And these guys are ready and excited for round 2. Maybe a bit tired, but the adrenaline is still pumping.
And that about wraps it up, folks. We hope you've enjoyed our broadcast of the NBA Western Conference.
Game 6 in the Eastern Conference semifinals.
Everything on the line. You take a look at the Warriors. This is their chance to finish off what's been a highly contested series. But it's going to be tough to do on the road.
Tough indeed. I mean, even though they were the favorites coming in, they're facing an opponent with surging confidence in an arena that may be as loud as we've heard all year. It should be a terrific game.
Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. They've got Jalen Duren. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Stephon Castle. And it's Barkley in at the 4. Pass to Burke. The 3 is up. Duren with a rebound. Golden State with the ball. Here's Barkley. And here's Duren. 6 on the shot clock. Castle for 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Well, when the 3 ball is falling for Castle, he is extremely difficult to defend.
Here's Burke. And there it is for him.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Pass to Tatum. There's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey there, I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. I asked him if there's anything in particular they can do to keep Tatum's production at bay. He mentioned, well, the playmaking ability is what hits you first. His skill is something we're going to have to slow down, and we feel we have a good plan defensively to do so. A plan is a good start. We'll see if they're able to execute. Guys, back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Barkley. Offensive rebound. The kick to Tatum. Gets another look. Some solid defense from James.
Just 1 for 5. Not the start they were looking for. Obviously, there's still plenty of time to get on track. Offensively, they've been pretty sharp. 3 for 4 so far.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. On the wing, Fox. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Castle misses. The Cavaliers lead by 3. Tatum with a steal. Here's the break. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That one on Sarr. First one falls for him. Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, he's as good as it gets at the line. Pretty much automatic.
Outside Adebayo. Down low. Here's James.
Yeah, coaches love seeing Adebayo facilitating.
Warriors trail by 3. Outside Tatum. Lets it fly. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
Terrific placement on the bounce pass. Right where it needed to be.
Back to James. Here's Burke. 6 to shoot. Over Fox. And the Cavaliers get another bucket right there. Golden State has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Here's Castle. Adebayo grabs the board.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Off target with a jump hook. Warriors trail by 3. Three-pointer, Fox.
Game 7, Western Conference Semifinals. The Cleveland Cavaliers have endured 6 long games. 3 they have won. 3 they have lost. It is now the last stand. There is no looking back as they must lay it all on the line against the Warriors. Will there be a round 2 upset in the cards? It's coming up next.
Here it is, folks. Game 7 of the Western Conference semifinals. These two teams have battled hard, but it's only one that will move on. It's the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here alongside Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. So with Thompson sitting on the bench, this is who Kenny Atkinson has out there. Sarr out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Burke. Then it's James. And it's Anunoby in at the shooting guard. And for the Warriors, Stephon Castle is out there with Fox. Then it's Barkley. Then it's Duren. And it's Tatum in at the 3 slot. And the Cavaliers start out with the ball. James looking around. Lays it up off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Duren with a screen on Adebayo. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backcourt.
Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Outside Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Barkley. And James pulls it down.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
Anunoby, good.
Well, OG Anunoby is just continuing to add to his skill set. Nice finish on the interior.
Now, here's Fox. Back to Castle. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Here's Anunoby. From deep, Adebayo. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Here's Barkley. Hands it from downtown.
And there's a nice playmaking element to Castle's game, especially at 6'6".
Anunoby outside. Here's James. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. James has got his second basket of the night.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now here's Tatum. That one, no good. Great D that time from James. Here's Burke. No good on the triple. Warriors trail by 3. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. Coach brought up the challenges that Bam Adebayo poses on both ends. He told me offensively, Bam doesn't force much. He gets his points within the flow of the offense. He's a great finisher and facilitator. And defensively, he can guard anybody. He might be the most versatile defender in the league. Back to you, Kevin.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game. The first one falls. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Pass to James. Sarr sets the screen for James. That shot misses.
Listen, that's a good shot for him. He just couldn't connect.
Castle with it. Now defended by Sarr. Duran the pass to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. Over James. And the Warriors miss again. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're feeling confident after Tuesday's big win.
Yeah, torrid shooting in that one. Some of it was good play calling. Some of it was just making tough shots.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete locked-in nature. They were just focused, and they made everything they looked at.
Now here's James. Here's Anunoby. It's rebounded by De'Aaron Fox. Pass to Duran. Outside Tatum. The shot. Barkley, no luck.
He might be forcing things a little bit right now. Credit the defense for how they're playing him.
Adebayo against Tatum. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Credit the defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Sarr. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Burke's got 3 assists tonight.
Letting the big man Sarr go to...
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Here's Castle. He's covered by Thompson. Tipped away and stolen by Burke. On the court for Cleveland. Burke is out there with Amen Thompson. Then it's Jefferson. Then it's Alexander Sarr. And it's Mashburn in at the power forward. Down low. And Duran slams it in.
That's just textbook. Castle understands when to deliver the ball off that screen.
Burke with it. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Burke's got 28 points for the game.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Here's Sarr. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
You'd rather see him dunk that. Impose your will if you can.
Pass to Love. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Mashburn's got his 6th rebound on the night. Burke can't get it to go. The Warriors have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the 4th, right around 46-47%. It's a pick by Love. Back the pass to Love. That will fall for his 7th bucket, 7 for 15 in this game.
I'll tell you, they come out of the locker room, they are a step slow on the defensive end.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Barkley, he's checked in for the Warriors. Fox comes in for Black. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. He told his guys to up their aggressiveness on the defensive end, saying this game is all about who can get stops right now. I need you guys to bring some more energy on defense. That's how we'll get this win. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks. Here's Burke. Here's Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
That board looked easy for Sarr at 7-1. You expect second chance opportunities like that.
Tatum kicks to Barkley. Shoots. Duran the pass to Barkley. Over Adebayo. And too long on the shot. And so Adebayo will bring it up for Cleveland. James in the high post. Tatum on him. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Warriors.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
Something else that they've had working for them is attacking the offensive glass. Boy, taking advantage and creating second chance points. Impressive.
Barkley against Adebayo. Barkley, no luck. Now Cleveland shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Good on the bucket.
And what a dime from Bam. He's really skilled at looking for and finding his teammate.
Now Castle. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. The Cavaliers leading. James outside. From the wing.
Really getting after the defense since the break. He's so hard to keep off the line when he pushes the action.
Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Cavaliers?
A nice portion of their points have been earned at the line, and they've done an exceptional job creating havoc for the defense and getting fouled.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long. Well, whether it's a defensive adjustment or he's gone just a bit cold, that efficiency has really fallen off this quarter.
That one is good.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Fox feeling it out a bit.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
James, a screen on Castle. It's James. Good on the basket.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Adebayo against Barkley. Shot from 12. Cleared away by Adebayo.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
You know, a few more possessions like that one, and they can put the finishing touches on this game. They just have to have effective trips like that one.
Tatum, a three-pointer. Good.
Yeah, instinctively, too. Fox there looking to be a ball mover, a facilitator.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Just 4 to shoot. It's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. And here's Golden State. Just 5 to shoot. Rebounded by Anunoby. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 17-5 run here.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 9. Burke hits them both.
And that should do it. No miracle comeback tonight, but boy, what a game, fellas.
And the Cleveland Cavaliers win the series and will move on. They took the long road. Good stuff, Allie. Thanks. Well, that'll do it, folks. Glad it
Tonight, the stakes are at their highest. A trip to the NBA Finals on the line. Get ready to sit back and enjoy Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals on 2K Sports. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from reporter Allie LaForce in a moment. A look at the opening lineup for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Sarr out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's James. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Burke in at the 1. And for Kansas City, we've got Dyson Daniels. And it's Embiid in at the 5, down low. And so off the tip, it's Kansas City. Here's Billups. And Embiid throws it down.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I spoke with the head coach of the Knights. Like everyone, he's impressed with Adebayo's relentless nature. He said, quote, "We have to match his intensity at both ends, trying to keep him off of the glass and trying to keep the ball out of his hands. Coach knows they can do it for stretches, but he wonders if they can do it for a full game." Brian?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Here's Gervin. Here's Daniels. Lays it up and banks it in.
Inside, Daniels really uses his agility, getting nimble to find himself a shot.
Here's Burke. And the rebound goes to Kansas City. To the middle. Gervin.